everyone, welcome to Gazbeard's Battles in World of Tanks. If you've been wondering what's happened to me and why I haven't done a video for a little while, well, my computer, my telephone, my router, my internet service all had a big argument with a rather large lightning strike. It took out half the village and ages to get us back online, including getting a new computer, installing new software, etc, etc. Now, the big news in World of Tanks this month, World of Warships this month, is that the British line are here. Yay! The British light cruisers have arrived, and with that, a brand new premium. This is HMS Belfast, the Tier-VII premium cruiser. The only one in the line that gets HE and AP. She has no torpedoes, unlike her sister ships from about Tier-IV upwards. But she's been touted as a destroyer killer, a destroyer even, by Wargaming. So I'm off on my first cruise to find out if that's true. Now I've installed the modules, a selection. There's 5 modules you can fit on this ship, or 5 module slots on this ship, so you can put a good collection on. And the captain has got 0 skill points, so it's a noob captain driven by a noob player, me. So we're here on, I think it's the archipelago map, whatever, map doesn't matter. We can see what's going on, and I'm chasing off to the flank following our destroyer, and whoa, first chance to be a destroyer. There's a mini Kazi R. So he's got a friend with him, he's got the Scharnhorst. You might have missed the first bit in chat as we kicked off there. I shouted out, "Cooey, cooey, Scharnhorst," because of course HMS Belfast was involved in sinking the KMS Scharnhorst in World War II. Now, can I do the same here? Well, depends how good the destroyers are, because in World War II the Belfast led a flotilla of destroyers to sink the Scharnhorst, of course. And she didn't do it on her own. So our destroyer there's lost 2/3 of his health. That Minikazi's given him problems, and he's under fire from a couple of battleships and a couple of cruisers. I don't rate his chances of surviving very long. The Belfast is a quick little ship. Oh, and there's another British cruiser, the Emerald. Let's just upset that guy if we can. See what the guns are like, how accurate are they? Shots out, and waiting. This is like playing the Cleveland. Yeah, we nipped him, or somebody nipped him. I don't think it was us. We're detected. Time to rev up, get out of the general line of fire. That smoke's going to disappear in a minute, won't be helping us much. Shots out at the Emerald. The Emerald's missed at us. Where's that kamikaze or whatever he's called gone? Oh, and the Scharnhorst's trying to get me but missed. So let's have a few shots at him. After all, we're in the Belfast, we've got to shoot at the Scharnhorst. Torpedoes ahead, swing it round. And I must say, I'm very impressed at the rudder response on the Belfast. She can certainly twist and turn with the best of them. Now, it's a bit hazy. There we are. The radar's picked him up. So, let's just get in, see if we can get him. Those are going to fall behind him. Yeah, adjust the firing angle, focus on him, shots out, adjust the helm to dodge his, nipped him, another salvo away, and you can see the very close groupings. Torpedoes, turn, I'm going to take one on the bow, yeah, and I'm on fire. Right, let's sort that out, burn the damage control party, and there's the Scharnhorst, a few shots at him as we're running away. And let's see just how good a dancer the Belfast is. We're going to wiggle and twist as we run away, because we've got 2 battleships and a cruiser down there, plus an unseen destroyer somewhere. In fact, no, I've sunk the destroyer. Haha! Happened when I wasn't looking. All the best kills do. So, down there I've got a Scharnhorst, an Emerald and a Congo, all determined to get me. Let's see how fast we can get out of here, because I've got 4 of our battleships, 4 friendly battleships, just ahead of me to the starboard. And if I can get out of here and get in among them, those battleships that are busy pot-shotting at me at the moment should switch their attention, and it'll mean that I can stop firing, go unspotted, because you see on the mini-map the spotting range there is very short. It's just under 10 kilometers for the Belfast, and I know there's one ship just inside that, so I'm still spotted at the minute, so there's no harm in swinging around, throwing a few more salvos down at them, and then swinging out and getting myself unspotted. And who am I going to shoot at next? I'll just drop some smoke so that guy can turn round into it. Give him a bit of a helping hand. About getting some shots out here. My guns aren't doing very much, and they're small guns, so they've got to be firing constantly to be worth their weight. So, yeah, not so sure. Not so sure. There we are, that one will do. That's a cruiser, and I should be able to upset him while I've knocked his torpedoes out, which is good. Some more damage to him. You can see the accuracy on these guns, it's pretty good. I'm well impressed with this. Oh, and our destroyer's going to get himself in a whole heap of trouble any second now, and oops! There's an island. And Scharnhorst missed me. Back up. Clipped me with one. In fact, it's not the Scharnhorst, it's the Emerald. And shots out at him. Managed to clip me with another one. No serious damage there. And missed me completely. And looks like he's just eaten a torpedo. And finally, the battleships are starting to get between me and those ships that are chasing me. There's the Emerald. He looked like he was going to hit that island, so I'm going to throw a salvo at where I thought he was coming in from, or where he was going to hit it, rather. And I'm just going to... Oh, more torpedoes. Run, 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 run. No point trying to turn here. I've got an island to starboard. Oof, they ran out of steam. I'm just going to have a peek round here, because we've lost sight of that Scharnhorst. We can see a couple of ships, but not the one that I'm looking for. Ah, there they are. That's the 3 that were chasing me. So now I've lit them up. Our battleships should be able to do something about them. I'm going to throw some shots down at the Scharnhorst. And I'm firing with just the rear guns, so there's 6 shots out at a time. Give it the old tail end wiggle as I'm running away. Come on. I know I did wiggle. And there we are. That was 3 hits, 4 hits. Oh, you missed me. There we are. Told you I was wiggling. Missed me again. You missed me again. She's quite a nippy little ship, is the Belfast. I like her. And I think Wargaming have done a cracking job with her. And if you like your cruisers to be able to run around like destroyers, then I think she's the ship for you. She's pretty quick. She's about 34, 35 knots at full speed flat out. And oh, just clipped me on the fantail there. Started a fire on somebody. And I'm going to keep pot-shotting at the Scharnhorst as I run away, because I'm looking across at our cap on the mini-map, and we're under pressure, we're being capped. We need to seriously do something about that. And get another set of stern turrets off the Scharnhorst. You see, I'm fairly throwing her around. She is quite literally twisting and turning like a destroyer here, and it seems to make a lie out of that 680 metre turning circle that she's got, the way that she can twist like this. And I've lost the Scharnhorst for a moment, so that's the Congo over there. Hopefully our battleships will have a go at him. There's the Scharnhorst. Right, let's get some shots out. Come on. Oh, I've lost him. Let's just fire blind. 12 shots out. Let's see how many hits we get. None? There he is again. He moved the other way to what I was expecting. Right, so come on, battleships. Do something about that Congo. I'll keep harassing the Scharnhorst and keep him off you. Shots out again. That was a 12 shots away. And a nice collection there. Some penetrations under fire, but a few bounces as well. And that battleship's just come between me and them, which is good. He won't distract their fire. He's got a lot more health than me. And I'm just going to swing it round a little bit, try and keep shots going out at that Scharnhorst. No. Okay, time to run across and sort out the cap. Now, I've got 2 battleships and a cruiser behind me, but I've also got 3 of our battleships who are sitting right out at the edge of the map, and they should be getting stuck in on those ships coming in off the flank, while I run around using my my short range spottability to decap. So shots out there, and oh crap, I've got a Colorado and a New Mexico and a Koenig, all battleships, and a Königsberg gathered around the cap. 3 of them at the cap, one of them dead ahead of me. And I think, as Jingles would say, there's only one way this is going to end, but I'm going to go down fighting. Full steam ahead, load the guns and think of England. Here we go. Charge! Let's drop some smoke, help out the battleships behind me, and yep. Yeah, that was, on my health, there was only one way that was going to happen, with 4 ships. Well, 3 to the side, 1 ahead and 3 astern, 7 ships potentially all shooting at me, and I was down on 10% health. But I do like her. HMS Belfast in World of Warships is a great little ship, and I did more than my HP in this battle. So first run out, Captain 0 skills, player 0 skills you could say as well. But I got quite a bit of damage there, and I'm impressed. I like her. Okay, so here's the battle results. Just under 300,000 credits from the battle, just under 40,000 damage from 63 hits, a critical, a ship sank and a bunch of fires. You can see there what I did. You can pause the video at any time and watch these, look at these screens to see the results. Second in the team for XP, but the whole team was severely outclassed by the other team, who played well, and fair play to them. Bunch of captain skills earned on this one because it's the first outing and I had all of those bonus XP signal flags. So, next battle. This time it's fault line. And there's 4 Belfasts in the battle, 2 on each team. The other team's Belfasts are in a division. And the matchmaking's fairly even ships wise, but without XVM we don't know what it's like on the players. So I'm suffering a bit of lag. I don't know what's legacy problems we've got from the lightning strike, so we just have to bear with it. And this is about the 5th battle for me in the Belfast. The captain's got 3 skills researched, 1 at tiers 1, 2 and 3, and we're off. I'm off to the west flank, try to spot the battleships coming through until our battleships get there. So the 3 skills that I've picked are the ones that buff the secondary batteries and the AA at tier 1. At tier 2 it's the skill that allows you to keep propulsion and steering when your engine or rudder gets damaged, and at tier 3 it's the one that gives you an extra on each of your consumables so that you can do a little bit more, same as you get on the destroyers, you know the one I mean. So we're off. There's 3 cruisers and a destroyer heading for the west flank, and I refer to this map fault line as Himmelsdorf on sea. And if you think about it, it is very like Himmelsdorf. The rail yards would be the big wide open channel in the west, the hill on Himmelsdorf would be the narrow channel in the east, and then you've got all the streets in the middle with the big park in the middle. Yeah. Lots of imagination from wargaming on how to design maps. So, anyway, here we go. Some battleships coming up. Let's get forward, try to get some shots against them. And then I'm going to do a U-turn and I'm going to try and pull them back, but it might not work. We've got 3 cruisers over here that are going to be HE spamming them, and a destroyer that's going to be trying to torp them. So, likelihood is that they're going to turn around and run away. However, it would be nice to try and tie them down here until our battleships get over, and as you can see the battleships are heading across. They're still on the other side of the islands from us, but they won't be long in getting here. Now the Belfast, with its 15.4 kilometre range, is able to engage these battleships from outside its detectability range. And if you look at the minimap, you can see as soon as I shoot, the detectability range jumps out to the range of my guns, so slowing down and doing a U-turn is definitely the way to handle this situation. And right on the edge of range, trying to hit this guy, and I'm getting a couple of hits, but I'm really pushing the envelope, hoping for a couple of shells to fly beyond range. And he was very lucky to dodge that salvo. He's turning hard, he's running, he's not going to stay here and fight us. Not sure about his mate that's following through behind him, whether he'll stay or not. He's already turned and he's running, so those 2 battleships are running. But look at our battleships, they've gone down the inside of the islands instead of coming out and helping out the cruisers. So I've had a whinge at them in chat. Yeah, why not? I'm a noob, let's have a whinge. And I've basically said to them, you know, good move, battleships, you do tricks like that, you're going to lose your cruisers. And the battleships will be the first ones later in the battle to complain that there's no cruisers to keep the destroyers off them. They've got to think about things like that. You know, if they'd come out to engage these battleships, then those battleships would have probably stood still and had a fight. But with 3 cruisers and a destroyer only visible to them, they've turned and run. And fair play, so would I. Anyway, the base is already under threat, so I'm heading back to help with that. We've now got 2 battleships, 2 cruisers and a destroyer down there. they don't need me as well. I'm needed elsewhere, and I'm going to make use of Belfast's speed to get back as fast as I can. And you can see she's fairly racing through the water here, and just watch as I turn after going through the narrows between these two islands. Watch how little speed she loses. Now, if you're in something, let's say a Cleveland or some of the Japanese cruisers at the mid-tiers, you throw a turn like this and you're going to lose 25, even 30% of your speed just from a small turn like I'm about to make here. There we go, turning around that point of the island. I doubt I changed course more than 40 degrees, and my speed dropped to 30 knots, and it's picking up again as I've centered the rudder. So I'm losing 12 to 15% of my speed rather than 25 to 30% that most other cruisers lose, and that is great because it does help when you're dodging shots and you're trying to run away. And oops, a little bit of strangeness there, and it seems to have cleared itself. Might have been a fault on the line, legacy problem from the lightning strike. And while I'm running across to get to the cap defended, these guys have come through the middle. So there's a destroyer. Let's throw some shots at him. Clipped him, knocked out his torpedo tubes. 4 penetrations on him. And there's another Belfast. So let's have some shots at him. Make him turn round and keep his nose out of this fight that's going to happen in the cap. I've got one pair of turrets firing at him there. And I've hit him and set him on fire. That's five hits out of 6 shells. That's good going for snap shooting. Shows the accuracy of the guns on the Belfast. And crap, there's an Atlanta. He's going to spam HE at me like it's going out of fashion. So I'm going to throw some salvos at him, trying to knock him down, push him back behind the island, get him out of the way. And there's a battleship down there as well. Get him on fire before I start taking on the main body that's coming around there. And you can see I'm turning due south to join up with our battleship that's over here. The enemy team's still got a destroyer, and although we know he was in the middle not so long ago, we don't know where he's going to be any minute now. And the Belfast's small size for a cruiser is certainly helping with dodging these shots, but her speed and her manoeuvrability is her best asset in dodging this. And of course the fact that as long as I'm not shooting, she disappears from view very quickly, just like a destroyer. Now there's a Furu Taka there, a Furious Taco, or whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to try and get rid of him, because the last thing that our only battleship on this side of the map needs is an HE spammer. And Atlanta's come round that side of the island as well. Great, so 2 cruisers spamming HE, one at the battleship, one at me, and a battleship out there as well. Right, let's try and get rid of the Furutaka first. I've set him on fire again. And this is what I was saying earlier about leading ships, or kiting ships, where you keep them on the edge of range, you keep running and twisting, and you really make use of the limit of your range, because the accuracy on the Belfast guns really is superb. And you can see that Furutaka's health is just evaporating as I put volley after volley into it. And I might only be doing 4 or 5 shells worth of damage at a time. There you are, on fire. And
Enemy cruiser foundered.
right, who's going to be next? Now, I really should get after that Atlanta, but I don't want to be tangling with the Atlanta while he's got a battleship sitting beside him. And there's a third ship come round there as well. So I really don't want to be tangling with a set of 3 ships, although I will do my best to support the New Mexico. But he should be able to take care of himself. He's angled correctly, and his guns are every bit as accurate as mine. If ever you've been on the receiving end of a New Mexico's broadsides, you know how devastating they can be. But this other solo battleship coming around here, he's needing my attention, because the last thing we want is to be flanked. While we've got a group of 3 in front or behind the New Mexico, tightly grouped like that, we can deal with them. But we don't need any rogue elements out on the flank hitting us with a crossfire. So I'm going to see what I can do about this guy. And remember, I've got no torpedoes. I'm totally reliant on 12 6-inch guns. This is a bit like the Battle of the River Plate, where the British cruisers charged the Graf Spee, and all guns blazing, relentlessly attacking. And I'm probably getting 3, maybe 4 salvos out between each one of his salvos, and that will help really whittle it down. I could do with some fires on him. I'm getting the hits, I'm getting the penetrations, I'm not getting the fires. And it's the fires that I need, because that'll get him starting to panic. Come on guys. Get a fire on him. Oh crap, I'm on fire.
The ship is on fire!
Oh, I think that was torpedoes from our destroyer. Excellent, well done.
Problem solved, sir.
Our destroyer will probably melt under his secondary batteries though, that's the problem. Now I've dropped smoke, I'm going to circle back around into it so that he can't get accurate fire on me. And hopefully take some of the pressure away from that. There we are, there's the fire. That's what I wanted.
Main turret critically damaged.
Take some of the pressure off our destroyer there by just keeping this guy's attention. And our destroyer should be able to get on his blind side. And I'm just pumping shot after shot into him now. You can see the hits coming up just above the mini-map. And there he is, he's gone. Right, we've got the other 3 ships that were fighting the New Mexico. And the New Mexico, oh Christ, he's over there. And he's really low on health. And look at that Atlanta. Somebody kill him. Get him finished off. I'm taking fire from the middle of the map now. So I'm going to have to get out of here. I'm sorry, New Mexico. There really is not much more that I can do over here. I'm on even lower health than you. Getting fires on people, which is good, but I've got to get out of here. I've got to escort our last remaining battleship up towards the enemy cap, make sure that their destroyer is not going to intercept him, and then I'll swing back round and abuse my detectability range and the 15.4 kilometer range on my guns and start decapping while he takes care of their side of the map. And you can see dodging and weaving, twisting, and despite the fact I've been on about 10% health, 12% health for at least 4 or 5 minutes under constant fire, they've not hit me again. This is the beauty of this ship. She really is good at this. Like I said, this is only about the 5th battle I've had in this ship. My captain's only got 3 skills, and she's putting up a really good account of herself here. There's another fire. So, things are quietening down a little bit now, and I'm going to start curving round to the middle. Looks like our battleship's got away with it. The enemy destroyer is doesn't appear to be over here. Could be wrong. But he seems to have a clear run at their base now, unless they've left another battleship over here somewhere, or another cruiser I should say. I don't think they've... No, both their battleships are over towards our cap, if I remember rightly. So, I'm going to try and sneak through here. I'm going to hope that their destroyer is not sitting in the middle, in the Himmelsdorf Park, in the middle of this map. And I'm going to creep round or race round rather, the end of this island, get a rapid spot on the cap, get a couple of salvos off to decap, and then run up to the other end of the park while my detectability is dropped from not firing, and then come in at them from the other side and keep decapping. Hopefully that'll let our battleship do the business up there. So, any torpedoes coming around there? Can't see any. There's no detected warning going off. And there's my first customer, the Fuso. Now I'm detected. Oh crap, there's that Atlanta. I knew I should have tried to finish him off with the face if I was squaring up with him. Oh well, live and learn. And he's got me on fire, and there we go. Rats. Well, it was a brave try. Went down fighting, charging the enemy. It's the British way. Excuse me. Okay, so our battleship's got problems. Their destroyer is up there. And as I swing round for a look, he's taking torpedoes, and he's probably flooding, looking at it. Yeah, there he goes. And that's it, they won. Well played, guys. Good positioning by your... So, shame we got sunk, shame we lost, but fair play to the other team. They played really well. 168 hits, just under 48,000 damage, 2 ships sunk, 7 fires started, and you can see there who I did what to. And I'm impressed with the Belfast. She's fun, she's fast, she hurts people, and she survives quite well, surprisingly so. Second in the team there. Like I said, shame we didn't win, but fair play to the other team. And made money, got captain skills. It's the way I like it. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon. Have fun. Bye now.